of shame because it was like they obviously their roommates didn't know what the hell I was saying that to. Look, things are very questionable. Shanji is gonna die in the ring of fire.
Oh my god, I've not heard this story before. This is excellent.
Shanji walks into the ring of fire.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. And we'll head on over instead towards a little bit of a dragon take there early by Aki, of course, with the Nefiru. You are pretty good at those solo objectives because of your bleed and the dogs. Very good at doing those early, which not every jungler is. And I say this as an Evelyn main, early dragons kind of suck.
Pink Slanesh messages. Chris said from a white Christmas. Are you kidding me? Okay. Dragon started up, the grubs on the other side, as we have just been highlighting. Objective trade, well, we'll see if it's a trade, I assume. Well, I mean, Leave and PP God are recalling now. They could actually rotate towards top side, but Shandy teleport will... we're not going to get... we're going to get level 5s, I guess, off of this. Maybe PP got a little bit higher XP. First grub will go down at least YG. We'll see if Aki wants to go for a smite steal.
We'll see them going down. They're on spawn, so they get one. JJ will turn back onto the Scuttle Crab, happy to take one. Flash over the wall from BB Gold, gets some flash in trade from Rookie, who just gets out of the hero's entrance. And Rookie out safely, flash for flash between support and mid, but the ult burn from Doomby could be problematic here for NIP.
And IG now get to stick NIP against that wall where they can't dodge away from the skill shots. Gala is not here, Leaf is coming up though, and it does mean that with the extra numbers committed, NIP will get 2 out of the set, despite the fact that they don't get the pick that they were looking for.
Well, when your names match your actions, I suppose it's very appropriate because Leave leaves.
Yeah, make like NIP's bot laner and get out of here. Step up. NIP, as you were saying before, oh, that's Shanji going in for the ult, actually.
Decent chunk there.
Aki's on top side, no mana on the Shy. He has flash. I think Aki's looking for a kill hit.
Oh, the Shy has got a flash and a dream, and Aki has the ability to go pursuing as the hound he is, and he ain't nothing but a hound dog. And the Shy will be crying all of the time. As Elvis has left the building.
They're coming in, maybe they can just overload.
I think NIP is starting to feel pretty heroic here. Here comes that entrance. Comes on down. Mako does not want to make that play. Into the tower, Aki goes. Another kill over. And what on earth was that engaged? They knew Doomby was leaving.
Well, IG, I feel like
they've away with so mid, but I think the Gallia was kind of happy enough. That got a rower of his own. 3 Dark Seal stacks over towards the grubs. We go and NIP are on those.
I don't care if Gallia goes for lower because he needs these kind of stats. He always benefits from having that HP. Whereas I look at rookies going towards, I mean, pointed down chat again. It's not just the row, it's row and the tier. This is the super slow scaling survival build. This is not about high damage and stuff like that. You don't have the rise mana scaling or something like Caston as well. Aki's going to take the grubs on top side. Might not be able to get all of these, but still gets forced to get the might bonus. But I am a little worried if Jace is behind in lane, Rookie's going for a lower damage build, and also the bot lane is not, doing that much work. IG, their composition is meant to be peel back, use your range, punish NIP as they dive in. If you don't have the damage to do that, I don't think your composition works.
Look, today just needs to move away from the hair metal ref with flash. Gets away with it, but now they can turn around. Mako in danger as the solar flag comes on down. Mako has to flash away himself. On the other side, Weaver's wall and GJ looking to get on top of PP God, who does get out to safety, but now in comes Gallia with the hero's entrance to not a huge amount of avail, actually. And so the hero perhaps decides to jump in a little.
Very passionate about, talked about this a lot yesterday. Hang on, there's a fun on bot side, might have to talk about that first.
Shy eats a bit of Drake out step.
All right.
Ping.
So that's the end of that one. Maybe if they get to 2 items in Ezreal, maybe it's a bit different.
Need Alex T.
Is that because I said bold?
Yeah.
Right, that's great, Sim. Well, we'll underline that one and return to it later. No. Quick. Someone just put strike through and does everything.
They get Rafa within a solid mile of
goal. Oh, PP God comes in.
On through. Heroic entrance, flashes out to safety. Now Mako turning around with the dredge line. PP God flashes out of the hail of arrows and stays alive. The TP is very deep, and Shanji is going to be hit with the depth charges. Actually, hang on. How on earth did PP go down? Must have been the ignite bringing him down, and Shanji going to be knocked out to safety by the Crescent Guard. Staying alive for now. Has got a shield running. On the other side, JJ flashes away himself. The Crescent Guard is now off. As they send in a load of dogs, quite havoc, and let slip those dogs of skirmishing. Flash off from Rookie. Cannot land the seismic shove. Leave. Looking for some mystic shots. Is in a 1v5 and likes those a lot.
His HP pool is a little bit small. Sorry, it's his perfectly average HP pool size. As the Mountain Dragon is up, we get a pick onto a player, and Ezreal goes down with both summoners available.
Oh dear. Well, that's another kill. They managed to turn that around. It's a soul point as well. Big win for IG, and suddenly they're the ones in command of this game.
NIP walks towards the mid lane. Rookie. Oh, what the hell was that solar flare?
PP God misfires a little bit there. Could look to throw his mighty Zenith blade in and chooses not to do so. The Weaver's Wall coming across as the Shy is trading up with Doing B. And Shanji gonna try and find that public execution. Lands it. The Shy managed to run away, but there's still a call of the pack. And the Hound's pursuit to send them going diving under that tower. And then continue breakdown, stepping forwards. The Unraveled Earth is a little late, but the Seismic Shuttle will still send them straight on over, and they will pick up Shanji. Mako now trading out with Aki. And the Nautilus will knock up the dog, who then bring the W down to keep dodging away fast as they can. Oh, those additional pack mates. Aki will leave her brood behind and get out to sit.
Mountain Dragon stop it. This is when actually the HP build has started to pay dividends at this point, and that's a Varicel hitting 2. Doomby not that tanky himself. He's got HP, no resists.
The hero will not be getting chance to exit stage left, goes straight on down, and Varys is the villain who finds that killing blow.
It was East Croydon, just pretty close to it. PP God could potentially look at that wall. Doesn't have a vision there. JJ walks around the corner. He needs to be a little bit careful here.
Buddy, pal, friend. Weaver's Wall's going to come on in. Summon the minions as Shanji's going to try and jumping away, but he's across the Unraveled Earth and will unravel his health bar. The hero enters, and again, probably regrets these choice throws. Some of the shields around, though. If you're going to turn it around, they'll get one back. The jungler is dead. Neferi with the reset comes at cost, though, as PP God is once again out for the couch. Doesn't have enough endurance, really, to stick around in these fights. It's a bit much for him, poor guy. Seismic Shove comes across, and they'll bring down Leave as well. Flash away from Doomby and Aki, trying to keep something alive and rolling. But you've lost
pretty okay because JJ was caught out by PP God and kind of kept things on edge for a little while, but they just couldn't finish the fight. NIP find themselves something, but it once gets so hard killing this guy. He does have the Leandries now. He has that damage bump. Aki's coming around. I think they have to look for the smite. If they lose a Mountain Soul on top of everything else, that's game over, man.
Certainly be a rough time. Give up that Mountain Soul.
Sponsored by Durex, so are IG. I said IP. Now we're gonna get jumped on.
Anyway, here's Weaver's Wall. PP God gonna go down as the hero comes entering on it. Gets a big knockup, but again they've got protection, so it doesn't really work, does it? They're gonna keep trying to play this one out. Aki in the backside, though, will still continue to be a bit of a hound dog. Nobody's gonna be quiet all the time, and the burn will bring him out. Maybe he should have had protection, considering that one is all the while the arrows keep flying on through. It's a 2 for 2 in the end. Could have been a lot worse, really, for NIP.
I was about to say, there's been a couple of times today when we've looked at a fight and said, wow, the fight's over. I mean, it was yesterday, actually, with the Neferi turnaround.
Somehow
the Ignite.
I used that one yesterday.
Yeah, we used it a lot. Well, they didn't have to know that, so maybe people weren't around yesterday. Atacon is still up and available. The gold lead is within 500, so while the soul is over on IG, I still think compositionally they're ahead, but you do need to really pay respect to the fact that you have a 3-item Ambessa, you have a 3-item Galio. If they get to stick around in the fight, they will kill you eventually. It's not just completely free.
And the chains of corruption, in goes PP. God,
steals
it! It's a heist! Into the back line goes Shanji with the public execution. Shielded around is dead. They're going to start resetting lead. Looking to find some more mission on the backside of this, and despite the Mountain Soul, it means nothing before the power of the Force and NIP's damage as they get to go and claim these petals too.
IG have a triple Mountain Dragon, Mountain Soul, and they still can't win. I think that the backline positioning might have just thrown this game into an NIP, well, I'm not going to say advantage, it's still against that Soul, but getting the Atacon, getting the Flowers, getting the Baron, massive swing towards NIP, a team which we were maybe convinced would fallen out of our top echelons.
And look, I hate to say it because we've been having a lot of fun this game, making jokes, having a good time. However, it has to be said as Shanti's likely going to pick off the Shy here, who gets down the solar flare, buys a lot of time. There's no way out now. Maybe the Shy can take PP God with him. And does manage to do that, so that's at least something. The Shy will trade here as well, so support for that. Jace is pretty good value here, I think, in the
not to stand off with the poke, and I think that makes some sense. You're not going to be able to poke back against the Mountain Soul. Can IG get enough chunk down with their hail of arrows, with their piercing arrows to make a difference?
Got that Mountain Soul to work with. We've already talked about that, and this poke is landing. A slower fight means PP got down for about 20% HP. The Weaver's Wall is good. Into the backline, there goes Shanji. Brings Doomby in with him. The hero's entrance with a massive knockup again. Trying to find damage. Shanji so desperately low. Will finally fall. Invictus Gaming looking like a good fight. They'll cry havoc and let slip the dog to war. But they were waiting to try and put Aki in the kennel. He survives for now. Dodges that dredge line. Lead also desperately trying to place one out. IG though desperately low. Lead. Can he pull off a miracle? It's a 2v4. And Aki is still rolling. Howl to the moon, baby. Werewolves in the river. And they've not those silver bullets this time around. Leave throwing out another Mystic shot or two, but they've got everybody they could ask for.
And I think with these two alive, NIP have just clutched out the Elder fight. Somehow Shanji manages to get an angle into the backline again. Doesn't matter that the Ambessa dies. NIP will get themselves a huge team fight because the Galio is delivered into the backline and Leave and Aki can go absolutely rampant. Elder Dragon on 2 for NIP and IG.
Reminder as well, NIP were the team that picked up the Atakan buff, and they got Elder on top of that. Leave will be really stinging. Never mind if Aki goes in as well. Watch for the Dark and Dagger bleed. Watch for these Mystic shots at 4 items for this Ezreal.
I'll Leave with such a big carry. NIP with the Elder up and available on that Ezreal. Oh, he's caught though.
Just about over the wall. They get Baron, but it's left PP God out to the Wolves. Got a few of their own to work with. Those Doomby goes heroic entrancing. The Hound's pursuit goes around the shy. Perhaps should have been a bit more cowardly. Gala to the backside. Once again, Cry Havoc and let slip the dogs of warfare. Rookie will once again try and survive the seismic shove away, but Aki does not give a damn. The burn, the bleed. He goes down as well.
Aki does on a couple of members and managed to break the base.
They will just surely end it here. Rookie alone must do his best to clear this one out. But it is 2v1 for the moment. Can Rookie do something to clear this out?
No, I don't think this is the end of the game. The Elder Dragon is worn off, and I suppose you do have the ultimate, but this is still the tanky to layer with composition that's going to work well. I thought NIP, oh, that's a catch on PP God.
There's no heroic entrance coming till just now. Actually, might get a bit of a knock up there, but still Weaver's walls to work with, and now Doomby caught amidst many, but into the backline going Shanji with that public execution. Knock up on JJ, who is bouncing around, gets to W to buy a bit of time, flashes away, the GA not popped, but IG hold the line to edge line. Just shy on Leave. Far side alteration will spot out Leave, and they do
Reality.
You keep looking, there's a lot of dogs, but Aki doesn't have a flash, doesn't have an ultimate, does have a GA, but it means he can't really go into the backside and Leave. And Aki have to hold the line. No true shot barrage, but easy wave clear either from this Ezreal. PP got back up and available. He can at least get an inhibitor, and they'll back away with that.
Yes, and they'll now have a chance. They'll start to really work things in their favor.
Flash, Zenith blade to the backside. Heroic entrance after! They jump again! Jace is dead! The man of tomorrow dies today! The Crescent Guard from JJ buys time. Right side just shy of Leave, who spaces it well. Man advantage, but the health bar's not fantastic for NIP. They can look to go back towards this Elder, looking to fight around the mid lane control. IG threatening a run down mid lane.
Wonderful engage by PP God. Stops the range advantage from IG, kind of just ending this game. You still have the Varus alive with Guardian Angel, same with JJ. You have a 5,000 gold advantage on your Neferi, but will that matter? Rookie could, well, he doesn't have the ultimate now, but if he had it up, he could have gone for that backdoor, and we have ourselves a 4v5 around the Elder.
Smites up on both teams. TP back in, looking to play this one out. Will reset the dragon. Go over the wall. Aki hops over with the Eviscerate, looking for Mystic Shot. Lands a little bit onto Gala. That's 20% of his HP bar down. PP God once again goes forward. It's onto Mako, who doesn't really care all that much right now. Rookie looking to throw out threaded volley after threaded volley. Lands the seismic shove. They've killed off PP God. Chunk onto Shanji, buying some time. The shields are good. Elder down to 2k HP. Need the spot. Secured by JJ. What a wonderful steal! And now Doomby, this Demacian statue crumbles. It's iconoclasm. And you heard it all before. Behold my wonders and despair. There's nothing left of the Empire.
It is on the edge of your seat. NIP, and only their 3rd series in Group Ascend, looking to prove they belong at the top. It has been such a hard fought couple of series for them, and IG looking to gain the lead against them in this one.
We'll show you fear and a handful of bloody dust. It takes them all the way to 44 minutes. Shanji's desperately trying to hold on and clear the wave. Cannot do it. It's a wasteland out here. And IG will finally end game 1. You've got to imagine there's nothing left NIP can do. We are left with absolute cinema.
It comes down to 2 Elder Dragons. Not even the first could end out our game, even with IG.
And then a lot of good... What's the point? That clicks the wrong term, but like the really snap engages with the flash wall stuns. Add a shockwave on top because you can be a decent ball carrier. Ground courtesy of a lollipop. Now looking to come crashing on down, goes full tilt, gets the mount up. Mako now in danger. Flash for the heroic charge in turn. Mako! Gorgeous moment. Leave trying to flash away, gets into the alcove, but the gaming is just not strong enough. Aki now down here, looking to swell Cedo, misses Gala, but Gala is left out to the Wolves, or I suppose the Deers in this case. The Wolves were last game, and Aki picks up a return kill.
So Lilia gets gold. That is not good for IG. One of the reasons why in the Herald meta things were so nice. Jeja could get a wraparound here. No flash on Leave. That could be a problem.
Damage is Leave. We'll be doing just that for the Afterlife.
doubly stopped the Valkyrie. That meant there was absolutely no way out. The Renekton, which is a champion that can absolutely snowball ahead of that Sion and keep them down for pretty much the whole game. That's very good for IG.
Can you get to a first item Black Cleaver? Yes or no? You do, and suddenly all that armor stacking that the Sion does means very little in the face of Renekton just getting through a full combo with the Empowered W and the likes. So the Shy gets to shove his wave on in, leave Valkyrie back on towards the top side, and come back towards the mortal plane from his brief sojourn in Valhalla. Took me a second to remember the name of that particular afterlife. Aki, though, will claim out this dragon on the other side. So we'll be afraid of neutral objectives at least, even if the additional kill favours IG. Some value there if you're asking to play a little bit more frontliney later on.
Hang on, Rookie could be in a bit of trouble here.
That's that Swell Seed. They'll stick him to sleep, and Rookie goes straight on down to Aki with the Watch Out E. Eviscerates enemy player.
I think that actually could be it. It's the Shy actually getting out traded by Shanji here. Does have okay, Grub's going down. The Shy looking, well, rather JJ looking to smite one away.
There's another one. That means NIP should be able to pick up all three, claim another objective marker for themselves. No contest from Invictus Gaming. Jungler and JJ decides.
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan. PP God might get caught out here.
Shunted into a wall there. The heroic charge comes on, and PP God is looking a little bit mortal right now.
Shield comes down and he's fine. Crash down, Shield survives through that. Means he's not around to engage around the objective though. Reminder, NIP, their most consistent engage is that Rel combo.
Mako needs to back away, burn the ignite, but nothing else really to him be. He's a little wary of the wall, and so IG will pick up a dragon, so we end up with a sort of even
but the Shy wasn't dropping farm while that was happening. Actually pulling out the ult onto Mako, who was caught recalling in a bush.
Stops the Keeper's verdict. Another Swell Seed comes on down. Look for some more damage between worlds. Mako now desperately low. Can look for some more damage. Another auto will get that passive down. Lilia secures it with that Dream Dust. The Shy with the dominance rolling, trying to do what they can. Will stun up one, slice, dice, and should escape the Swell Seed. Not quite able to get over the back.
Harold getting started by Skarner on the top side.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Rafa. I'm not gonna lay on that one out. That one could stay in chat.
Yeah. Alright, so IG, bad terrain for them. They have their backs against the wall. How good is this first bullet time of the game going to be? The Shy on half HP.
Well, look to make it like Mr. Incredible and finds a time, but the Shockwave going to deny Lee from finding a good combo. The Shockwave was okay to find some time alongside that Magnetstorm, but the rest of NIP kind of falling away here. They lost two, including that Lilia, the flash away, and IG finding a moment, decimating smash over the wall, not going to land on any important win there. Worth noting, of course, they now get the objective feat of strength. Now it's whoever gets first turret that will secure those upgraded boots.
And I think NIP will get that. They can either choose to stay top lane, which Shanji can do, or bot lane, which is only a couple of hits. I think Leave might just stick to do that. So NIP will give up the dragon for the feats of strength. It looks like bot lane turret killed. NIP will get that. It's a small bonus.
Stands pretty good for IG. Probably because they've got that spike as Mako. Going to be sent to sleep briefly, and the Lollipoppy might well be a sweet dessert over for the side of NIP. They can't secure the kill. That's a relatively big set of cooldowns to use onto the front line. Not necessarily the easiest target. Time's out. Dragon started, pulled away from NIP now in the river.
Gala's cleaning up the wave in mid lane. Q through the wave. Mako needs to be a little bit careful there. Swell Seed missed out on. They know that sounds likely in that brush, and they see him now. Shanji just holding the door shut. Can't go solo frontline for too long.
Ulster verdict. Sentence sustained. Looking to go into the backside as JJ looks to find an angle. Can't quite do it. Mako now at about half HP is Doinby. Has gone between worlds. Doesn't get that much value, though JJ and Mako, but very low. Aki flashing on in, gets a lilting lullaby onto Rookie, but it's only one. Command Protect buys time. Dragon down to 2000 HP. Can look to steal it. Decimating Smash available. Dragon secured by NMP. That means Shanji is shoved into the wall. He's doing Blooming Blow. Rookie now needs to tell about this one as he flashes away. They've killed off the Poppy. Rookie still trading, and Aki just keeps running at him. Blooming Blow to Blooming Blow. The Impale is good. Gala still has yet to pull the trigger. Needs to find an angle, and Shanji's about to die on the other side to Shy in a 1 versus 3. Gala keeps running. Bullet time now. Can't get the kill. Awful team fight
instead. And now suddenly Gala's dead. IG, you are better than this. What are you doing?
I'm not sure they are in the team fights. The team fighting's been problematic for a little while now, and now the Shy caught in a 1 versus 5, and he don't win those. The dominance comes on through to no avail. JJ is desperately trying to clear out the wave under this turret, but will have the Ixtal's impact through the wall and out to safety. Turret falls, and they get 2
This is an awful game from IG in the last few minutes. They've fallen apart. They've lost their heads.
That's a card now available. It would be the voracious version. Knocks Leave away. That might give some moment. Rookie now coming on over. AD carry not available. Moment 2 is Doinby trading out with the support. All the while, JJ now in. Shockwave on top of the Impale. Trying to get some damage on the PP God, but they can't quite kill him off. The Impale will get that finally alongside Rookie. Had a burn with that faded ash They have to back away from the Atakan. It's now been leashed, and IG are here to play.
So, IG been criticizing them heavily for the last few minutes, but this one is better. The Atakan does a lot of work for them in terms of the shred. I still think Rookie's losing a lot of damage is a problem, but they will get the Atakan against the run of play. NIP going towards the Baron, waiting for Gala to take down the Dragon on the other side. NIP not really in a position. Well, they're not rushing it right now. A little slow onto this. Is Gala going to walk away from the objective? No, they're not. And actually, the Baron's doing a lot of damage to NIP.
All the while, Gala soloing out the Dragon, so IG can come and contest with most of their front line, and with that triple item AD carry, very swiftly deleted, and the Bloodthirster keeps Gala mostly topped up all the while.
So NIP dip towards Baron, don't really manage to bait around that. There's a pop ult to make sure they can get towards the mid turret too. Atakan's one up, IG will get this out of turret, and they will get themselves a nominal.
Quick past his bedtime. Fortunately, you might not have changed since the Neolithic era. Unfortunately, everyone else has gone a little bit further ahead in terms of evolution. JJ goes driving forward, can't find the biggest angle though. 2MB now in danger. Flash down out of the Impale. Aki goes gold, but now he's in the backline trying to find an angle. Will die, but gets a lilting lullaby down the Gala, cleanses away. Can look for potential bullet time. Shockwave over the backside. And the bullet time after. Trying to find some of their clock watching and can't get that much damage. It's Corky. Believe gets to pop everyone. Ricky's going to try and run down Poopy God at the very least. So it ends up being a 2 for 2, and the jungler being dead for NIP means that IG can look at the Baron perhaps.
And that bullet time doesn't do damage. It's onto the Scion. It looks flat.
You have managed to force the way at least partly into the river.
It's really important that the carries of IG have flashes and those of NIP don't. The Shy's caught the Renekton is just not valuable.
He will die a horrible death, but he will get a pick. It's only onto PP. On the other side, 2MB goes between worlds. Can't get onto Rookie or Gala particularly though. Gala staying alive. They'll get that kill onto the support. They will lose their top laner in trade for the Rel.
Not gonna lie, I would actually take that trade as IG right now. The Renekton is not useful, and the PP guard Rel is actually very important in terms of the engage. The Dragon is gonna start getting burst down. JJ can just double over the wall though.
IG can look to indeed driving. Ixtal's impact. Dragon goes down. Can't fight it.
Leave.
That's point is now Rookie's in danger. Shockwave onto Leave. Denies that one. The bullet time on the other side. It's okay, but they pill him towards the wall. Sleep onto Gala. Can't get out to safety, and they will kill that one up. And Leave helps clean up the fight alongside Aki.
Number of times, and Rookie and Gala aren't doing the legwork. IG lose an important chance to the soul, and NIP will go towards the Baron.
There's going to be no contest because there's no one else really alive who can do that. You've got 4.5 items on your mid and 80 carry. Maybe you can land a big combo. You got something, but I've seen 2-man shockwaves maximum, 2-man bullet times maximum, and even then for half of the channel, it's just not been there. And that's not talking about the fact that, as we said, this Renekton has felt anemic, to say the least.
Now, Gala's going towards the Zeal item last. The extra movement speed alongside the swiftness boots as well will help him reposition. I don't think Gala lead over JJ right now, though. Shanji, he's not taking damage. He's going towards Rookie.
Just out to safety. Nice position to slow down. Flash on forward.
No flash.
Worlds, gets a shockwave to buy some time. Staying alive for a moment or two, and they get the Keeper's verdict out. The bullet time, very low value. Shanji just doesn't take damage.
Well, also the wall stun misses. Again, PP God's going through. Where is the damage now?
Gala now looking to get some autos out. Gets a decent double up value, but the lilting lullaby gets some value, but it's not actually onto the biggest target. Leave down about half HP, but
Gala's dead.
Flashed away from Doomby. Has his own stopwatch to work with, and the Shy goes down. Again, can't get value. Has no damage on the late game. Renekton, another swell seed. And NIP in the extended fight proved too deadly. Ninjas in Pyjamas will put Invictus Gaming to bed in Game 2. We are going to a decider. And IG back to the drawing board. This one, as we said, there's not enough iron in the blood. It is anemic stuff from Invictus Gaming.
Well, thanks for wasting a 40-minute game for us. This was a pretty easy one from the draft. IG had no damage. Rookie's build, that Rod of Ages, really not getting value. IG, their team fighting was not fit for purpose. Rookie, the Shy Gala needed to deliver more, and they didn't. NIP, much better play from them with Leave and Aki with great positions to carry, but it was a long, drawn-out affair.
Can't remember whether we won that game actually into the Oracle or not. I'm struggling to remember, but I do remember seeing the early lane matchup going okay.
I remember him picking him into the Renekton. I actually don't remember him picking it into championship victory for BLG. The LPL as a region has fallen on hard times, and someone like IG might be able to just restore some confidence.
You got the player value, that's for sure. Rookie, GHA, and the rest of IG looking to trade out here as NIP on the invade, looking to fight over these Raptors. Soul Flare, level 1, tagged onto Mako, no one else really there.
Aki trying to just get that level 2, steals something away from the enemy camp, does get that first camp, doesn't get, oh, and he does get level 2 and goes for the root.
And there's the twisted advance, the knock-up afterwards, though, as IG begin to flash on out. The damage back is pretty brutal, as Mako now in danger, flashed out as well. 3 flashes from Invictus Gaming blown.
And there is no important summoner blown from NIP besides their own smite. And who cares about that? 400 games in the game, 4 games in the LPL for Aki as well. Jumping forwards, knocked back.
And they saw him stood on a wall, by the way. He was off on vision. Rookie tried to stand and fight for the wave regardless. And
Don't be roaming. Dragon started. Of course, Rookie still no flash from that level 1.
we got to get a very early dragon here. It's a pre-first reset dragon from Aki at level 4 against the Maokai with your sap magic. He's pretty good at soloing up those dragons. Man and Dragon Taurus, he doesn't do all that much damage either as an elemental dragon. He's just tanky.
Yeah,
so
if you if the highest individual target damage or Cloud Dragon is the big one for that, because it attacks very, very quickly and it does a lot of percent HP, which is nasty as heck. And then Hex Tech is kind of annoying too. The actual lowest damage one is, of course, the Mountain Dragon, so it attacks very, very slowly. And if you're Zyra, you hate playing against Hex Tech because the Chain Lightning hits all your plants.
It's very nice. Same as Elise.
Yeah,
kills all your
spiders.
spiders.
If you have ads, it's kind of nasty. So, trade across the map. We do have a roam towards the top side. I mean, how quickly did they... Hang on a second. They actually might be a bit slow on taking these. They've taken 2, but now you've got Durnby with this stolen Azirael. He could go for a play here.
Potentially something. Just Chain Lashes. Can't quite find
All right,
ideal Magic Mantle. At least helping mitigate the base damages of the Karma somewhat. As the Dark Possession comes on through. Change trading out for Shy. He's not having all that much fun. JJ now coming on up. The Nature's Grasp coming on forward will root one up. The Glacial Prison in trade up with Shanji in danger. Trying to get some damage back. Flash for the heal. Keeps himself alive with that Grasp proc. Critical flash Q.
And also the healing you get just from the Q as well. So much sustain, and we get ourselves an ult on the bot side.
Rookie's already burned his as well, so some Macedonian warfare as we talk about the push of pikes. And favouring Durnby as he earns an additional flash.
Durnby, I think he teleport... I think his teleport was cancelled. I think Rookie went in, traded his flash and his ult to make sure Durnby couldn't be on the top side of the map. Now, Rookie could teleport top side. Durnby will be a little later there.
Look to smack one down. Regala, though, in danger, flashes away, puts a decent amount of damage onto Aki. That brings him down to about a third HP. Deadly Flourish lands on some Mako, damage back. Gets him down to about half, but at least has a bit of healing.
Nidalee,
That's not a great TP in. They open up the curtains, trying to get some damage onto him, but actually low enough that he can't stick around for more.
Yeah, so at least he's going to be okay there. Has some HP, of course, from the Triforce, and he has his own heal on his E. The Shy saves his flash. I was wondering actually whether Rookie would teleport in. Nope. It will likely decide the outcome of this game. The Nidalee is ahead, probably close to 2,000.
See whether Shanji can do something similar here. They're looking to fight over this dragon. Mikey will back away. I say that. JJ Arctic Assault on forward on to leave, who does a decent job of running away with that passive movement speed.
And the
turns
shield.
around, opens the curtain. Darla now potentially in danger to solve their lands. Mako body blocking to the team. Holds on to that fourth shot. Looks for a fire. Gets it onto a bit more damage into the root afterwards. And Rookie left at about a third HP.
Stopped at that point. Teleporting to the top side, though. Durnby getting a 2v1 on the top side, I think, makes a lot of sense. They will get... Well, they didn't get the first strike that was already taken earlier, of course, but they get something on that top side to open up A lane.
Also the objective mark of strength here, assuming NIP can secure that. IG, though, looking to play for that mid-tier 1. Will likely go down there to smite, leave, and PP
That might actually be the floodgates being blown here. Shanji teleports now down to the bot side of the map. 5v4 for 25 seconds.
You need to see what was in Shanji's inventory. Was it a breakpoint in the items? What on earth happened? Either way, Dragon now surely secured. Soul point for NIP.
That's huge. How the hell does the Shy die in that moment? I mean, he's got himself the anti-heal of the Executioner's Calling. That's something, but it really felt like the Shy should have been running away with that matchup, and absolutely was. But we were very confidently saying before, this is not a match. XP, relatively similar. Shy walks up, full wave, jumps once, doesn't flash out of the cage, uses his W too early, gets caught by the cage after. The Shy, misusing his flash and his W, he underestimates the Yorick. This should not happen. As soon as you get caught by that cage and you are out of W core, NIP can contest that a lot better. It gives them the chance to use the Maokai to go off on one angle, Yorick come in from another. Afghan started up, NIP I mean, if they trade 2 turrets for this, I think they're happy. It is the GA version. It will be GAs which last over towards the Dragons. They'll need to be a little bit careful of that. The Vision Plant, not going to spot this out. Aki will walk up and see this go down. Bot lane, no, this is going to go. However, this is going to be 2 towers for NIP.
Yeah.
If they get the 2 towers, I think it's worth it. We'll see if they finish it off. Looks like they do. Yorick pushing on the other side of the map. 2 towers, golden pocket for NIP. The GAs now against the Yorick, by the way. Ahead in gold now, by the way. Teleporting from the... Hang on a second. He's going to go over trap if he shuffles in.
Glacial Prison can look for that one. In we go, and PP God gets slided into the NBT.
Takes you about 15 seconds to come back. Still cheap, but hang on a second. The Shy finds a bit of an angle on Aki.
Back with the Bramble Smash. Stolen ult. Turns into that Glacial Prison on JJ, who may not be asked to pass go. Blown up. 20 seconds until Dragon. He's going to be dead for 15 of them.
Certainly, the Shy now finds Doomby in this pit too. He'll have to jump out potentially. Mako could look for an engage. IG, you can't be dying right now, even with the withdrawals.
My days. There comes the ult. They're going to keep jumping for a bit more. The Shy's Mikhail's out for safety. Grand Entrance with Aki in danger, who might well be dying. Redemption heal keeps Aki alive for a second or two. The Shy kills him nonetheless. Got a GA to work with those withdrawals, but they've lost the smite. Gala now in danger. Up into the sky he goes, but not down like the wounded bird. He stays up. The wings still jump.
Wow, incredible. They get the withdrawal off of JJ. They can start going towards the Dragon, but they go way too far after.
Cost them too much. Can't quite secure what they were hoping for. Tier 2 for Dragon Falls and IG. Into the game with a solid gold lead now. A little bit of an overplay there. This rookie Azir, 1,400 gold, might be taking over from where the mid league was supposed to start off. Could be a very potent... Those can set up things like those Deadly Flourishes very cleanly. Baron started. IG want to press while they have an advantage.
They want to make sure that Shanju doesn't just get a free side and bot side. Doomby is on top side. This is going down. Well, what is the HP? If it's on half HP, it's a late teleport. Are they just going for the steal?
Well, be looking for Doomby. Looks to get on in. Can steal the quickness. Gets a big old stun in the backline. Baron taken, but they can win out the fight perhaps afterwards. The Shy gets out of the dark possession. The curtains are still being called, but I don't think IG are willing to take a bow quite yet. Shanji throws down the last right. Deadly Flourish just wide. Morning Mist also wide. And IG get out with everyone on the Barons right now as NIP can't find any kills.
NIP just slow on the teleport. Of course IG are going to try and force the teleport.
Sterex now at least, so a little bit more ability to keep it. Not like the hull breaker angle, but a flash on forward from Aki. After the ult's already come on down, Rookie goes golden. Still going to look to get him. They mistime the Deadly Flourish, and he gets to shuffle away to safety.
And even if that did happen, there's still a Mikhail's available for Mako. It's still very unlikely to happen. And by the way, Mako just tanks up the stolen Sejuani ultimate. NIP swing and a miss.
The game is over.
Okay, you're bring a good point there. To get the value he wanted to. Doomby's on a sideline now. He does have the teleport. Aki could get a good flanking ult here. Do we have a teleport? Yes, we do. Here comes Doomby.
Curtains are called, looking for a significant amount of damage. Doomby comes along, looking to steal a big ultimate. Rookie down to half HP as that shot did land. Stolen.
Realistically did. NIP, hang on a second, go straight in.
Oh boy, the Shy just about to survive in the Deadly Flourish, just out of range. They still get the root, and that means a kill coming on forwards. The feathers come up, they can get the root onto Doomby, who stays alive, despite the Glacial Prison and the Feather Storm going down.
Ow! How that happened? Oh, the Shy, you have no flash.
It's over the wall, but he's got a focus resolve on top of him. Jin pops the Nidalee in the head.
Had no flash from that last play. That could be so important. Malco used to disengage. Baron taken. Can IG wave clear through this? And before we said incredible. Azir is what Zaya is. You can't clear 3 lanes at once.
Uh-oh, Aki just got stunned up here. That could be problematic. He has to die. They're TPing in. They are flash away from Aki. He's got Doomby around, but now Mako's potentially in danger. Needs to beware. Quickness comes on down. But the Glacial Prison after, and Aki's trying to bounce around. Does his best to immune some stuff with the twisted advance. The TP's come flying on through, and Aki dies on a late recall.
Okay, who's throwing harder? The Shy or some damage onto Rookie there? You do have the Nidalee heals to help you a little bit. Of course, almost towards max level. Shanji staying in the mid lane. Maybe NIP give this up and try and look for an inhibitor. What's Shanji doing? Does he teleport? Does he stay?
I think they're trying to deny the resets. The inhibitor. They've got Maokai ult to roll with. Doomby throwing down the quickness, trying to get onto the Shy. Misses the duck. The Shy now beginning to hop away a bit further. Still looking for more. Lands another one. That'll get the knock up after the chain lash afterwards. IG now trying to defend this defensively. They get the Glacial Prison route.
Towers down.
Route as well, but hailed out. Deadly Flourish still lands. Inhibitor under siege. And they will bring down the Shy.
Azir went towards mid lane to try and wave clear, but it's not in time to save the Baron. There's still a minute left off the Baron, by the way. Inhibitor goes down, but without the Shy, again getting picked off. NIP might have just won the macro. It might be a Dragon for Nexus trade.
Blue PT Inhibitor style. They go back to the Inhibitor. They prepared earlier. 2 Inhibitors down. Glacial Prison now stolen. Doomby looks for an angle. Gala immediately cleanses away to safety. Has got the flash to work with. Redemption comes on down. Will heal them back up. Next turret number 1 falls. And IG on the brink. 4v5. Must stop this. Doomby healing up best he can with the Oblivion Orb. Does a great job preventing the healing. Has got a TP to come back on and should he so wish. Maiden likely going to fall in an IP. Won't stick around quite yet. TP back on in. They are going to go again. They got the TP on Yorick to keep on going. 17 seconds on the Shy. They throw up the Sun Disc, looking to find an angle. Doomby gets a shield from the Karma. Continue to play. Rookie down to 20% HP. And the curtains have been called, doing their best to hold on down as the shuffle back onto JJ. Doing the work is Mako with the quickness, buying time. Doomby survives.
Tower's gone.
As the towers are gone. On to the next as we go. Gotta go to the air, but the feathers down. Doing his very best to hold on to this game. Glacial Prison well wide, but NIP need to retreat. Mako goes grand entrancing and battle dancing forwards. And IG hold the line. 2 kills as their Nexus turrets fall.
Thought IG might have thrown it around the Dragon. The Shy, if he hits a spear, could end up to another kill. He's still going to chase down. This Karma could actually be chased. He needs to be very careful, this PP God. NIP lose 2, and it's their carries as well in Doomby. Only 10 seconds. Dude, IG want to go into all of this fog of war. That's so scary. Jeja's not even that tanky and misses the ult.
Oh no, now the Sejuani flashing away for Court of the Dark procession. Welcome to your last rite. It's a funeral, and we're here to celebrate the life and death of one of these teams.
Rookie?
They go to the backup, but Mako is dead. Rookie trying to find Angle Gala up into the air, but might be going 6 feet under. The Shy is gone. Leave continues to haunt the backline. Rookie trying to ult the wave, but there's nothing to be done. Look where Doomby is. He's running at the Bear Nexus, and there's nothing left for Invictus Gaming, whose name proves to be a deadly lie today.
The ninjas use smoke and mirrors, the tools of their trade, and Invictus Gaming are going to fall, even though they've had such good results recently against top esports. The Nexus turrets have respawned, but they're not going to live for long.
Little spectator bug there, not showing exactly what HP they're on. They're never as strong as the base ones. But NIP here, they've done the hard work. 3 40-minute games, back and forth until it finally swings. The pendulum of fate is NIP's. They win 2-1. Elation on their faces. They know what it means.
Here in Shenzhen, the home team wins. Invictus Gaming, the only team to beat top esports.